OMG, it totally makes sense. Some things in Disney Frozen might seem weird or even impossible, but when you break it all down, these things make perfect sense. Here are 10 of the weirdest things in Frozen explained. Watch until the end to find out about Elsa's new powers in Frozen 2. Here we go. Elsa's dress. That moment when Elsa sings her epic song Let It Go while transforming into her new Ice Queen gown is everything.
Whoa!
So is it weird that Elsa has magic fashion powers in addition to her ice powers? Not in the Disney princess realm. In fact, fashion transformations are kind of a thing with Disney princesses. Look at Cinderella. She went from rags to ball gown in a very similar way. It seems that Elsa used her frost powers to create a special sort of ice fabric. Maybe she magically weaved together icy threads to create that magnificent gown. That would explain the sparkles. The trolls. Frozen has no shortage of magic, mystery, and mythology. From Elsa's ice powers to the mysterious way her powers are connected to her emotions, to the mythological element of the trolls.
Trolls? Shush, I'm trying to listen.
It seems like a whole lot of make-believe, but the trolls in the movie actually came from actual Nordic legends. That's right, according to Norse mythology, cave trolls live underground. It seems that all mythological creatures may be grounded in reality to some extent. With all the undiscovered wonders on planet Earth, who's to say there aren't little rock trolls scurrying around somewhere out there? After all, they have some pretty sneaky camouflage.
They're rocks.
The sudden engagement.
You got engaged to someone you just met that day?
Yeah. Anna agreed to marry Hans after knowing him for just a few hours, but you can't really blame her. She had been cooped up in the castle for most of her formative years. She never got the chance to develop crucial social skills and had only heard about relationships in fairy tale books.
What if I meet the one?
Knowing this, her rash engagement suddenly makes perfect sense. Anna was so naive and excited about falling in love that she refused to see any of the red flags. Spending 18 years in solitude can do that to a person. The fixer-upper.
And who's the funky-looking donkey over there?
Kristoff isn't exactly a knight in shining armor. He talks to and shares slobbery carrots with his reindeer. He talks about nose-picking and he's snarky and strange.
He's a prince.
All men do it.
Ew!
Yet somehow he's perfect for Anna. But if you think about it, his bizarre behavior makes total sense. He was adopted by rock trolls after being abandoned by his family.
I don't want to scare you. They can be a little inappropriate.
And Sven was his only friend. In fact, it seems that Sven is more like a brother to Kristoff than a pet. He didn't benefit from etiquette training in a big castle. He only had his troll family and his reindeer. So while he is a bit of a fixer-upper, he's a great adventure buddy. Beware the frozen heart. The trolls once warned Anna's parents that a frozen heart could be catastrophic, yet somehow Elsa's love managed to thaw out Anna's heart against all odds.
An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart.
But this isn't exactly impossible when you think about it. In fact, Anna's symptoms could all be explained by a medical condition called hypothermia. Hypothermia occurs when the body experiences dangerously low temperatures, which Anna was subjected to in the mountains.
Cold.
So while it might have been sisterly love that defrosted Anna's heart, it could also have been the body heat she received when her sister gave her a warm hug. Just ask Olaf. Warm hugs really are the solution.
Hi, I'm Olaf and I like warm hugs.
Surviving the eternal winter.
It's okay, you can just unfreeze it. No, I can't. I don't know how.
The people of Arendelle had little to no time to prepare for Elsa's eternal winter. So how did they manage to survive? Well, it's possible that they received help from the surrounding kingdoms like Weaselton and the Southern Isles. Oaken's trading post probably got a lot of business during that unexpected winter.
That would be in our winter department.
Can you imagine all the people of Arendelle packed into its sauna to keep warm? And they probably had to pull out their winter coats and blankets from storage. Maybe Arendelle traded their goods to these other lands like flowers and carrots in exchange for firewood and blankets. Or it's possible they had extra food and resources for the inevitable return of the winter. The Kingdom of Arendelle knows a thing or two about heavy snowfall after all. Why couldn't Anna go outside? In the movie, both Anna and Elsa were forced to stay inside and away from the subjects of Arendelle.
Lock the gates. We'll reduce the staff.
We know the reason, that Elsa had to stay locked in her room, but what about Anna? She was so bored and lonely without anyone to play with. Why didn't they let her outside the gates of the castle? Perhaps if Anna was let outside, but Elsa remained confined inside the castle walls, people would have started asking a lot of questions. Anna definitely didn't understand why Elsa was being kept away. There's no way she would be able to explain it to the people in the kingdom. So maybe that's why her parents kept them both inside. Knowledge of Elsa's powers would have caused a panic among the subjects of Arendelle, similar to the one we witnessed on Coronation Day. So it was best for their parents to keep both Anna and Elsa locked in the castle.
It's Coronation Day. That's not my fault.
The gloves. Elsa's powers are magnificent and strong, so how can a pair of silk gloves be tough enough to contain such incredible powers? Maybe Elsa's parents had the gloves specifically made for her by the trolls.
See? Conceal it.
Don't feel it.
But if the trolls made these gloves for Elsa, they didn't take into account one crucial detail about her powers. But we'll get to that at the end of the video. Another explanation is that Elsa's dad pretended that the gloves could stop her powers from seeping through, which created a placebo effect. The placebo effect is strong and unexplainable, proving that the mind can manifest what it believes to be true. So while the gloves may have seemed useless,
Your Majesty, the gloves.
they were actually of great importance to Elsa. Olaf. Elsa's powers are so mysterious that we still don't know how powerful she really is. However, we do know that she can create snow beings. She created 2 over the course of the first movie. One was our lovable pal, Olaf.
I don't have a skull. Or bones.
The other was that big scary snow monster.
We won't.
That takes Elsa's powers to a whole new level. The only explanation is that Elsa can create life from snow. Since water is a main building block of life and snow is made from water, then that means Elsa can control life. That would make her a goddess rather than just a queen with magical powers.
Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
Walking on water. At first, we were led to believe that Elsa's powers emanated from her fingertips, but after watching the Frozen 2 trailer, we're not so sure anymore. Turns out Elsa's powers can also flow through her feet. How else would she be able to walk on water? So if the trolls did indeed make Elsa magical gloves, they should have accounted for magical socks as well. Now that the world knows about Elsa's powers, she's free to use them as she pleases.
Are you ready?
So it goes without saying that she's been practicing since the last time we saw her. We can't wait to see how much Elsa's powers have grown since the original Frozen film. Before you go, let us know if you think Anna will develop magical powers of her own in the upcoming sequel. Thanks for watching The Things. If you love Frozen as much as we do, then subscribe to our channel to be the first to see our latest videos. And don't forget to click the thumbs up button while you're at it. See you next time!